Good evening. My name is Tom Haraldson. I'm the president of the Utah chapter of the Society of Professional Journalists. Nothing is more important for each of us than my script, which just blew off. I think it's from the windbags. A lot has been said about HB 477, but this is not a media law. This is a law to protect every one of us, media or not media. Let me tell you a few things about this law if you don't already know. It exempts from public disclosure, with the exception of emails, any electronic communication, including text messages, voicemails, or video chat, regardless of whether public officials are conducting public business or not. Unlike every other state in the country, Utah is now embracing the concept that the medium, rather than the message, is what's important when it comes to openness. In an era in which more and more governmental business will be conducted through electronic means than ever before, this is a stunning reversal. It removes any semblance of public and press scrutiny from a whole range of government communications forever in a single section. Boo. It ushers in the nation's worst, most open-ended, ill-defined language about the costs of accessing public information. Under the current law, open record requesters are responsible for paying only direct administrative costs. This new law presents taxpayers with double taxation, making requesters responsible for administration and undefined, quote, overhead costs. Perhaps worst of all, HB 477 strips from Utah's public records law language which states clearly that government records are presumed to be public, and that the burden is on our government to show why records should not be disclosed. This is critical language recognized by the statutes or common law of every other state in the nation. Let me tell you what David Collier said. He is the national chairman of the FOI committee, Freedom of Information Committee for SPJ. This is what he said. It's now nationally being publicized. With one scribble of the pen, the governor has made his state the most secretive in the nation, as well as more secretive than most countries, including Mexico and Albania. This will price citizens out of their government, encourage corruption and online sweetheart deals, and embolden those who would undermine democratic principles. I'm very disappointed, not just as a journalist, but as a citizen, with the actions that were taken by lawmakers here. The intent of this bill and the process by which it was rapidly introduced and passed in just 2 days, near the end of the legislative session, negated any opportunity for the public to truly weigh in and have its say about this new law. In an age of supposed transparency in government, HB 477 takes Utah politics in the opposite direction, away from public disclosure, review, and scrutiny of the actions of our government officials. SPJ members and like-minded citizens, which I'm sure you all are, will not allow this new law and its perceived secretive intentions to go unchallenged. In his State of the State address this year, Governor Herbert said this: "If we as a state fail to vigorously fight to protect and defend our rights under the Constitution, those rights will invariably be seized and usurped by the federal government." You know what? He was referring to Washington, but we have those same concerns today as citizens of the state of Utah with regards to our own state government. And they need to be keenly aware of all the actions taken by elected officials, and conversely, we have the obligation to know exactly what they're doing, and they have the obligation to let us know what they're doing. Utah's existing grandma laws have for the past 20 years been the catalyst to ensuring that right for all of us. For you, for me, and for all the legislators in that building back there who are citizens of the state of Utah. I'm a working journalist, but in the purest sense, we as journalists are storytellers. We're not story makers. Our mission is to give our readers and our listeners and our viewers the facts. We can determine for themselves what is right or wrong, what is good or bad. Having the ability to gather all the facts is essential for us to report fairly, accurately, and succinctly. HB 477 undermines that process. We won't let it happen. We deserve better than that. And Governor and lawmakers, so do you as citizens of the state of Utah. We will not give up this fight. Thank you.